All right, what's going on, everybody? So in today's video we're going to be talking about going on our first motorcycle ride. So if that's you and it's your first time riding a motorcycle, this is the video for you, because we'll be talking about everything from the motorcycle riding class, if you have not took that yet, where you're going to want to practice before you take that so you could pass it your first time, which is not really that hard to pass. And then we're going to be talking about the bike we're riding today and what bike would be perfect for you if it's your first time riding. So if that's you, this video is for you. And maybe if you're not looking to ride a motorcycle and you're just here for the entertainment, I appreciate you so much. Please give this video a like. I want to see some likes on the like button, the numbers, I want to see the numbers go up on the like button. That'd be cool. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and that would also be cool too. And then, so the bike that we're using for today's video is the KOX 300 SM 2024. That's the year of the bike. It's a 2024 model, and it's a supermoto, so that means a street dirt bike specifically made for the street. It's a single cylinder and it has street tires on it, and it's just meant for the street, and the suspension is a little lower. So with that being said, now that we got the bike that we're using out of the way, let's go ahead and hop on the bike. So your first time riding, what you want to do is no stress. Don't stress it. You don't want to stress. You're going to put the kickstand up. We're going to put the key in the ignition right here. We're going to turn her to on. And then if it's your first time riding a motorcycle, before we start the bike, let's talk about some motorcycles you should be looking in to get in. If you never rode a bike before in your life, and you rode dirt bikes, and you never rode a motorcycle but you have rode dirt bikes before, maybe a supermoto is the bike for you. And then if you have never rode a motorcycle in your life and it's your first time riding, you could either get a 300cc supermoto like this one right here. It's a really fun bike to have fun on. Or you could get a Z125, a Kawasaki Z125, or a Honda Gram, and that's usually 100cc, 125cc too. So something like that would be an easy bike to learn on. I'd highly recommend that bike. If it's your first time riding a motorcycle, I'd highly recommend you to find an open parking lot like this one. Right now we are in a school parking lot, and since school is out for the day, there's no cars in here, which makes it perfect to practice in. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the motorcycle by pulling the clutch. You're going to hit this to down, and then you see this button right here. We're going to push it, and bam, we're started. So if you have not took your ridden test yet, and you're going, maybe you got your permit, you're going to take your riding test, this is some of the things that they'll test you on. So they're going to have cones in a straight file line, probably like, let's say 12, 15 cones, and it's going to probably be arm distance, so like this part of my arm, so it's going to be like probably that big of a gap in between each cone. So here's a cone, and then here's the next cone, and then etc, in a straight line, and they're going to have you weave through the cones. So let's just back up though. So let's just say the cones start at this yellow line, so all the way across, that's where the cones start. So we're going to be back here, and she's going to tell you to zigzag through the cones. Really easy. Just put the bike in first gear, shift down, that's first. We're going to slowly let the clutch out and take off. So let's just practice. Just act like there's cones here. We're going to zigzag like this. Really easy. Easy, easy, easy. And then we're going to turn around right here. And then we're going to do the same thing back. We're going to zigzag through the cones right here. That's good. And we're good. So that's one thing she's gonna have you do, is zigzag through cones. He, she, whatever the instructor is, but that's gonna be one thing on the ride-in test, is zigzag through cones. And then another thing is gonna be the brake test. So they're gonna have you stop really fast, and in order to get 100% of your stopping power, you're gonna use the front brake and the back brake at the same time. Apply pressure to both brakes at the same time, and that'll have you stop fast. So for that, let's just say we're going to use this for example. So you see that yellow line right there? What they're going to have you do is they're going to have you, so So technically there's going to be a line right here, right there. You see that yellow line? So there's going to be a line like that, and then there's going to be two lines coming out like this. And what they're going to have you do is they're going to have you pick up a low speed, going like 20 miles, 15 miles per hour, and they're going to have you stop right in these lines. And they're going to want you to stop before you hit the yellow line. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick up low speed, 15-20 miles per hour, and then we're going to apply pressure on the front brake and back brake, and we're going to stop really fast before we hit that yellow line. We're going to want to stop before the yellow line. We don't want to hit the yellow line, just act like the yellow line is a car, you know? You don't want to stop before it. They're basically teaching you, like, if you get brake checked or somebody stops fast in front of you, you need to know how to stop fast. So let's just do this. So like I said, we're gonna pick up speed. I'm gonna show you guys. See that? Just like that. We apply pressure on the front brake and back brake, and that's how you do that test. Practice that a few times, you'll be fine. Now let's talk about taking off. I know I probably should have talked about that first, but you know, it's alright. So let's talk about taking off. We got the clutch on the left side, the front brake's on the right side, the rear brake is on the right pedal, the gears are on your left side, and then you got your lights right here, your turn signals right here, and etc. So to take off, we're going to shift down in first gear. Down is first, up is second, up is third, up is fourth, fifth, and sixth. Down is fifth, fourth, third, second, and first. Up halfway from first is neutral. Down halfway from second is also neutral. So neutral is between first and second gear. You're going to use the clutch every time you shift. So let's just say it's your first time riding a motorcycle. You're taking off for your first time. You're going to give a little throttle, not too much. Watch my hand. You hear how it's kind of idling? And then I let off, and you hear that? Watch. So barely any throttle. We're going to slowly let the clutch out. You're going to feel the bike take off. It's going to start to roll, and that's the friction zone. So from there, you just continue to give a little more throttle and just take off normally. Just slowly and steady. Watch. Slowly let the clutch out. You see the bike start rolling. Give a little throttle, a little more. Let the clutch fully out, and bam. So let's try that again. We're going to slowly let the clutch out, give a little throttle. Bike starts rolling, that's that friction zone. Continue to let the clutch out. Clutch is all the way out, and now we could take off. We're good. So if it's your first time riding a motorcycle, I'd highly recommend you find it in the parking lot and just practicing, you know, in the parking lot, doing stuff like I'm doing right here. Just slowly let the clutch out. Practice your takeoffs. Now let's practice stopping. Let's just act like we're coming here for an event. We're pulling into our parking spot, pulling the clutch in, stop, put our foot down, shift halfway up into neutral, let the clutch out, and we're good. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ride. Now we're going to talk about our turn signals. Turn signal time. How do turn signals work on a motorcycle? Do they cancel? No, they don't. You got to cancel them yourself. It's not like a car. I'm sorry. So you're going to hit the turn signal in because we're going to go right. We're going that way. We're going to stop sign. Turn right. Then after we're done turning, you're on to click it in because you see it didn't cancel. You're going to push it in and it cancels. So you got to click it in to cancel. So now we're going to go left. We're going to go left at the light. We're getting on the main road. Don't be nervous if it's your first time getting on the main road, whether you're leaving the dealership or you're leaving the DMV. You just got, let's just put this in a positive perspective view. You're leaving the DMV, you just got your license, you passed the riding test, you're ready to go. You got your license, you're good. So we're going on the main road now. We're gonna go left. So we're gonna hit the turn signal out that way, and that's left. So watch, I'm gonna hit the turn signal. And on the supermoto, it just has the blinker right there, so it's just gonna blink. Compared to a motorcycle, you have the one for the left and one for right, but this one's for both. You see an arrow on there going both ways? That's what it is. So we're going left, we'll hit the turn signal out to go left. Light's yellow. Now we're good to go. Let's go. Cancel the turn signal. Shift up to second gear. Use clutch right time shift. Third. Fourth. And we're up to speed now. We're going on a 40-mile-per-hour road. It's 40 miles per hour. We're going 40 miles per hour. We're good. You're good. We're good. Everyone's good. If it's your first time riding a motorcycle, don't sweat it. Don't stress about it. Just take your time. Have a good time. Be safe. Always be 360. That means all around you 360. Make sure you know who's behind you, to the side of you, to your side. Be 360 at all times. I got a little route that we're going to take for this first ride, because if it's your first time riding a motorcycle, you want to stay local, practice on some side streets, maybe hit the main road for a little bit, go back on side streets, you know, until you get the feel of the bike and get, you know, the feeling of riding on the street for your first time. So I have a route that we're going to take. We're going to go right at the lights. Now I got a Kawasaki Z652. I post on the channel with that bike too, so that bike's on the channel too. So if you want to see me ride that bike, you go to my other videos and watch those too. But I just thought that this would be the proper bike for this video. So we got that turn signal on, going right. Second gear, third, fourth, switch lane. So let's get our turn signal on, get into the left lane, click it, cancel it. Now we're going to switch back to our right lane, put the turn signal on, right, make sure there's no cars behind us, switch lanes, cancel it. You don't want to use your turn signal every time you switch lanes. Just want to show you guys that. So we're going to go right here. Signal on, shift down to third, down second, use the clutch every time you shift, because if you don't use the clutch, you can mess up the gearbox, and that could be an expensive thing to fix, and you don't want to mess that up, because if you mess that up, then you're not riding. so let's just say we're coming up to our destination, alright? So let's just say our destination is up here on the right. Why not? We're coming up to our destination, we're gonna turn right. I'm not really coming up to my destination, I'm just putting this example. So let's just say our destination is up here. So what you're going to want to do is stop, shift down to first gear, pull the clutch in, and then we're going to apply pressure on the front and back brake, slowly stop, and then you can shift up halfway into neutral. As you see, we're neutral now. Let the clutch out, and you of course kill the bike, but we're not going to do that because this is not really where our destination is. I'm just showing you that as an example. So you can practice that a few times. That's first gear, slowly let the clutch out. Shift up to second gear. And let's just say our destination is right here. We're going to pull the clutch in, shift down to first gear, pull the clutch in, apply pressure on the front and back brake, and stop. And then shift up halfway into neutral. And then I'll show you guys if I'm in second gear and I want to get into neutral. Let's just say I'm still in second gear. I forgot that I was in second gear and we're stopped and we're like, oh, we're in second gear. What do we do now? I'll show you. So we're in second gear right now. Let's just say I forget. Oh, my destination is right here. Pulling the clutch. Oh snap, I'm in second gear. What do? You go down halfway. Watch, we're going to go down halfway. And that's neutral as well. You let the clutch out and then kill the bike and you're good to go. So that is the first time riding a motorcycle, or going on my first motorcycle ride, somewhere along that topic, you know. But that's what that video was. I hope this video helped you guys. If it is your first time riding a motorcycle, I hope it helped you. And please subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. Let's see some numbers on the like button. I'd appreciate that too. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.